Alright guys, welcome to my first video question and answer time. I'm going to do my best to do these semi-regularly based on scheduling, pretty much because I get a lot of questions, not just from you guys in this forum, but also via email, Facebook message, Instagram, whatever it may be, clients in their check-ins day to day, and it is difficult to go to the depth that I want to just via text, just via a Facebook post or anything like that. A lot of the time, a lot of this stuff, the questions you're asking, which are great questions, they predicate really deep responses. So a video is a good way to be going through it. So I'm going to do my best to do a lot more of these just for you guys in this forum, as past students, as mentoring clients, and as current coaching clients. So you guys get bonus Eugene time. Anyway, first question that we're getting a look at today is GutRight, ATP Sciences product. So I've had so many of you guys asking me all about this product because it's just come out in the last month or so. And the question is like, is it a good supplement? Do I recommend it? Is it worth me taking? Should I recommend it to my clients? Blah, 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 blah. So the first thing I want to look at is why do we need to focus on the gut? And if you're a student who's been to some of my seminars or mentoring client on a consult, you'll know all about why gut health is so important. Whether it's metabolic issues, hormonal issues, cardiovascular issues, inflammation, what we're getting into time and time again is that it all comes back to gut health. And it is a very complex topic. If you've been to one of any of my courses, you know I spend a good 2 days straight just on gut health, just on digestion, just on assimilation, just on the overarching thing of the microbiome. It is so deep. So to try to reduce it down to a video now, it's not going to be done its due justice. But just understand that everything that you do with your clients, you should be looking at optimizing, maintaining, or fixing up fucked up gut issues. Very simple. That's what this product promises to do with people. So, does it actually live up to its standards? So when it comes to gut health, we need to look at things that are going to weed out a lot of the bad bacteria or fungus or yeast or parasites that have grown in the microbiome, as well as feeding and improving the proliferation of good bacteria and maintaining that. In functional medicine and naturopathic medicine, it's likened a lot of the time to tending to your own garden inside your body. So it's not just a one-off thing where you're going to chuck in a lot of fertilizers. You got to make sure there's no weeds there. If there are weeds there, you throw fertilizer on top of it, you're going to fertilize those weeds. They're going to grow and become much more disgusting and stronger weeds. Not good. If you want a healthy Garden of Eden, you've got to first start out by clearing out the waste. That's what certain antimicrobial agents will be doing. Then it's about planting your seeds and feeding those seeds with fertilizer and then nourishing that long term. And once you've done that, you're going to have to keep maintaining that garden. Just like any other garden, you can water your plants, but if you go away for a holiday and nobody takes care of them, that garden's going to go downhill. If you want to flourish long term, this is a constant process, okay? So, ATP Science, GutRight. Just bring up the ingredients across here. Do we zoom in? Okay. So, first of all, what we've got to look at here is something that's overlooked with a lot of supplements, and that's cost, that's price point. This one tub is 80 bucks, and they're telling you to use it 3 times a day for 10 days for that Kickstart program. Now, that's where I first have an initial issue with this product, because as you guys should know, you can't base your recommendations and your prescriptions of supplements based across a wide population. Now, because everybody is so different. So what's going to work for you is going to be different to the next person, or to me, or to one of your fucked up clients. We all have our own individual history. We all have our own individual microbiome that is as individual as your own fingerprint, based on the fact as to whether or not you were breastfed, whether or not you were born via C-section. Did you have a lot of ear infections as a child? Were you put on a lot of antibiotics? Are you using antibiotics now for acne? Have you had a lot of skin issues? All these kinds of things are going to be in your history and are then going to predicate your natural microbiome, and then whether a product like this is actually worthwhile for you or if it's going to do more harm than good. You've got to understand that with anything in the body, any product, any supplements, any drug that you're used, when you are given it and prescribed it, you are going to fall somewhere along this bell curve. Now, for the vast majority of people, 5 grams 3 times a day for 10 days is going to, along with no whey protein, of course, along with their protein, is going to give you some results. But what if you fall outside of the mean, the average? What if you're on those standard deviations, on those outer reaches of that bell curve, where you need a much higher dose or a much lower dose? If you fall in that middle ground, you're going to be fine. But if you fall on the outer edges, which could be very, very much of you and your clients, you're going to get nothing, or at worst, you're going to get adverse effects of taking this supplement. So, first of all, I don't like supplements that recommend specific protocols like this. Like, who said that 5 grams was the magic dose? 3 times a day for 10 days straight. What if you did twice a day? What if you did 4 times a day? What if you did 11 days or 7 days or 30 or 40 or 50 days? Some of your clients will actually need that. And that's where you can run into some issues, because some clients could very, very easily need it for about 2 months straight. When I look at the product here, it can be a good product, but when I look through the oat tests that I see, the organic acid tests and stool tests that I come across from my clients in my consults, people would need a supplement like this for literally a couple of months. And now we're looking at $500 that you're going to be spending on one supplement. And that's where I look at this and saying, okay, it may be a little bit overpriced, even though you can't put a price on your health. Yes, you fucking can. So let's go back to the actual product. Is it worthwhile? Is it beneficial? Is it going to do what it says it's going to do? It is, or in theory it should, and I think it's a well-designed product. But at the end of the day, if you fall outside of that mean on the bell curve, if you fall in that low or that high end of the spectrum, you are going to get not much out of it. You're going to have to spend a lot more money or get zero results, or it's going to be unnecessary for you as well. So, supplement-wise, what are we looking at here? Larch Heartwood Laurix SPP extract. In layman's terms, that's an extract from a tree. It is a prebiotic fiber that feeds the colonocytes in your gut, helps to proliferate good bacteria, whilst also being poisonous and killing off bad bacteria. That is a really, really good product. Is it worth $80 every 10 days? I would not say so, because you can find it so much more cheaper from good brands like Thorne, where you actually know what is in the product because they don't use proprietary blends. That is a whole nother thing that, yeah, anyway, let's get out of that. So you can find that it's a source of arabinogalactans, which is a type of prebiotic fiber. Larch Heartwood has got a lot of good research into it. Good product. Again, we don't know the dose here, but I would assume that if you're taking 5 grams 3 times a day, at most you're going to get, with all the other ingredients that are in here, so look at this right here, you have so many ingredients in this product, you're probably going to get at most 3 to 5 grams of the actual larch extract in the day. Most of the research shows doses of anywhere between 5 to 10 grams. So you may not be able to get enough from this, and you're spending a lot more money. Now, what are the other ingredients? Rosella, green ladyfinger banana resistant starch. That's just resistant starch, a prebiotic fiber for your gut bugs. Cacao, nutmeg, cinnamon, schisandra, pomegranate, broccoli sprout powder, black cherry, ginger, rosemary, apple, cranberry or apple peel extract, cranberry berry extract, daikon radish, kale, leaf and sprout powder, barley, sprout powder, acai, rice, and stevia. If you look at this, what you'll realize is all of that is food. All of that is natural plant material, plant foods. Rosella's hibiscus tea, cacao, green ladyfinger, it's like plantains, pomegranate, cinnamon. This is all a whole bunch of foods. Now, I don't like to use the word just when I describe this, because these foods, you can't reduce it down and say, oh, it's just food. The food is the beauty of it. Food, like Mother Nature, always knows best. And these foods, Matt Legg has been very, very intelligent in picking out these foods because they have specifically a lot of antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal effects to kill off a lot of bad bacteria, whilst at the same time they are feeding good bacteria by being a big... Ugh, I'm just dying here. By being a very positive source of fiber and of starch that will feed the good bugs and to help with the production of more butyrate, propionate, and all those short-chain fatty acids that will then go to rebuild the mucin layer in your small intestine that's been degraded from bad bacteria and fungus. So, in essence, it is a good product. But then you've got to understand what is the price we're spending, and nutritionally, can you eat these foods normally? And the fact is you can. The fact is, like, if I was to go through my week, I have hibiscus teas throughout the week. I eat the hibiscus flour at the end as well. I do have plantains on occasion, cacao I have that most days, nutmeg most days, cinnamon most days, Shandsberry most days, pomegranate most days, broccoli sprouts extract, I have broccoli sprout, broccoli seeds most days, or cruciferous vegetables most days. Black cherry, I don't have that, but could add that in very easily. Ginger, I have that most days. Rosemary, I have that. Apple peel extract as a source of pectin, fantastic, really good source of fiber. I have that most days. Cranberry, daikon radish, kale. Look, the fact is, you can very, very easily get these foods in, and that's what naturopathic medicine is all about, and that's what Matt Legg, the founder or the head formulator at ATP Science, is all about. Use food. This is a great product if your clients have a fucked up diet and they're not willing to eat a wide, varied, nutrient-dense nutrition profile. If they're just having a very base, bland diet because they don't know how to eat with variety, or they're not at that level just yet, because it's a big ask. Like, eating this kind of variety of food is hard for a lot of your Gen Pop clients. I can relate to that. I can understand that. So this may be useful. But if you're giving this to a client, make sure you are also doing everything you can with their lifestyle and with their nutrition and their mindset. Teach them how to eat a wider variety of foods. Teach them just to eat that broccoli is not the only vegetable out there. There's cabbage, there's Brussels sprout, there's kale, there's wombok, there's endive, there is kohlrabi. There's a whole host of other vegetables in that family of cruciferous vegetables. You don't have to just have broccoli. Giving people variety like that is so important. That's the long-term approach. But the fact is, in this day and age, nobody gives a fuck about long-term. They want to do it yesterday. They want to spend $80 every 10 days and get this magical formula that's going to make them poop out their brains and be fixed. But if you paid attention at the start, this stuff, it's always going to be long-term. That's why ATP Science, they have a vested interest. That's why there's a maintenance program too. So the way it's solved is that, you can just take one scoop every day for the rest of your life to maintain things. Or alternatively, I would say you could just eat a wide varied diet and it'd be a lot cheaper and you're going to get a lot more nourishment. Not that this is bad at all. So this definitely does serve a place in most clients' protocols. Is it going to be the be-all and end-all? No, because if we're looking at these things, I see a lot of gaps in terms of some extra antimicrobials that I like to use that I find are more effective, and also in things that are better for nourishing the gut microbiome and rebuilding the gut wall as well. So while this is very, very comprehensive, this is one of the best things I've found. I also see a lot of things that are missing. Things that aren't specifically targeting biofilms, things that aren't specifically attacking fungus or certain strains of funguses, whatever, yeast and parasites. So some clients could take this and get some results. Others will get not much from it because it may be missing the 1 or 2 key ingredients as antifungals, antimicrobials, or biofilm agents that really just leaves them wasting the time and money. So this is where you do need to take this with a grain of salt. And you've got to understand how to personalize this stuff to your clients and to yourselves. The only way you know how to do that is if you actually understand the underlying physiology and the biochemistry behind gut health. But, for all intents and purposes, it's a decent product. Would I spend $80 every 10 days or even spend $80 once a month on this product? I personally wouldn't, because I know I can piece it together so much cheaper with real food that I'll enjoy to eat. And I'll be able to get larch as the main big thing. I'd be able to get that a lot cheaper in a lot more of a reliable source from other brands. And it's really not hard to be having things like hibiscus tea, to having some cacao, to be using cinnamon in your diet, to using nutmeg in your diet, to have some leafy greens and some cruciferous vegetables, and to use some spices over your foods like rosemary or ginger or curcumin, which isn't even in there, but it's in one of their other products, of course. You can achieve a lot of what this product claims to do by eating a well-varied, balanced diet. If for whatever reason you can't, which I can respect and appreciate, this could be a good thing to add in every now and then. But please do not see this as a be-all and end-all and a miracle supplement. It's been sold as that way, it's been marketed that way, but it is not. It is useful, it is helpful, but it's not going to solve all your issues, especially if you have a lot of fucked up issues happening with your gut that are long-term and chronic and that are multifaceted and stem from birth or well beyond that in the womb. Hopefully that helps. If you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot me through a comment and in the forum, not on this YouTube video. And I'll see you guys next time.